So the Google Alliance team. So obviously, I'm a big fan of alliances because that's where I sit. But within this team in itself, and I'm managing two different PowerPoint slides right now, so bear with me. But at what point, Pierre, in your approach to Google, do you start interacting with a partner advisor or PDM?
That's a very good question, right? You could start your relationship off with a cloud services provider and immediately be assigned a partner advisor, or you might be assigned a PDM, or you might be assigned no one, right? So in a relationship with a cloud service provider, what usually tends to happen if you are an ISV, which is an independent software built or independent software vendor, is you're built on that cloud services provider. So a lot of the times, what you'll be provided with, as we saw on the previous slide, is a field sales rep who's actually trying to sell into your account and trying to grow your relationship with either Google, Amazon, Microsoft, whatever the cloud vendor might be. And that, I would advise, would be the very first person that you start with in order to get an understanding of, number one, what does your account look like within that cloud service provider's book of business, right? Are you guys an enterprise account? Are you a SMB account? Are you a scaled account? Right. And that will help determine the types of resources that are assigned to your account from the cloud service provider side. And the way that I like to think about the partner advisor and the partner development manager, right, is usually you'll get like an FSR and then you might be assigned like a partner advisor. This is really like your first intro or entry into that cloud services provider's ecosystem. Your partner advisor is meant to help you understand who are the people that I should be talking to. What type of content do I need to develop in order to get more visibility? Right? Like, how do I gain entrance into certain programs, or how do I gain entrance into programs that provide me with incentives that I can provide to my customer? Right. And then once that relationship has been established with the partner advisor, and some cloud service providers do this differently, but you might be assigned a partner development manager as opposed to a partner advisor. Right. And the partner development manager usually is there for an extended period of time on the partnership, dedicated to you in helping to grow the relationship with that cloud services provider. So they will really, really be tactical in helping you do like the initial account mapping, the initial rep introductions, the initial content and collateral build out, all that stuff that you need to really get off the ground and starting a relationship and partnership with a cloud services provider.
I also want to bring it back to Marketplace because I think when you've effectively done some co-selling on Marketplace prior, you've got a solid Marketplace business that you're ready to grow and scale. Having access to a partner advisor and then hopefully a partner development manager will help you scale even more. Because I always want to tie it back to Marketplace that you've effectively proved that you could do something with minimal support, and now you're ready for this next stage of coverage at Google. Uh,
Exactly. 100%. Marketplace is king, right? Like,
yes.
and you talked about the compensation on the previous slides, right? An old leader of mine used to say, compensations and incentives drive behavior, right? So making sure that you're aligning with the partner advisor compensation and incentives, and aligning with the partner development manager and how they are actually compensated. And it tends to change, right? But a lot of the times their key focus is going to be on marketplace.
And I also want to go back to your comment about, co-branding, showing up with content. Um, do you think, because I think that Google has, one of the best partner marketing studios out there, and you guys have really ingested so much with Gemini. And I think that with the implementation of AI, do you think that this team is more likely to respond or collaborate with an ISV if they've fully dove into the partner marketing studio and used what you guys have already built to bring your better together story and co-branded materials?
100%, 100%. We've got tons of really, really great branded content in our partner marketing studio that we allow partners to have access to create that initial collateral, right? And if we are going in to talk to different sellers and different reps, we want to make sure that the collateral that we are bringing to them looks like their collateral, right? And the value of the partner marketing studio is the fact that you can get Google branded slides, or you can get AWS or Microsoft branded slides, depending on what cloud services provider you're using. But in our instance, you're able to get Google branded slides to create an initial pitch or create your initial collateral to send to the Google reps to make it a little bit more compelling for them to respond, right? It's a little better if they say like they see a Google logo on a one sheeter than if they see another logo.
Yes. So I love that because I feel like when you're starting with those first group of personas that we talked about, and now you're ready for this, or you're in the in between, a big call out from this is to spend time in that partner marketing studio, figure out who you are, fine tune your approach for case studies, win wires, and just the story together.
Exactly. Get very familiar with that partner marketing studio because in the initial stages of creating a partnership or building a relationship with a cloud services provider, you'll primarily be on your own, right? So you'll have to show that you're able to create the content yourself. You'll have to show the content that you created, and then you'll have to go on and hopefully elevate the partnership from there.